Yep. Now we're live.
Now we're live. We active. We out in these streets. Hello, everyone.
What up? What up,
Gary,
y'all?
where in the world are you?
I am in Santa Fe, New Mexico, where, believe it or not, it's snowing.
Wait, no,
Yeah. Yeah.
really?
There's wet, slushy, gross snow on the ground here in Santa Fe,
In New Mexico.
in New Mexico, which is
Is
why
it-
it's not the old Mexico.
Is Santa Fe like north? Is it in the
Or
It's-
is it high altitude? Yeah.
It's in high. It's definitely over a mile high.
Oh,
Apparently, it's a good ski area from what they're
Mm.
telling me.
I'd have never thought
So-
Santa Fe in snow.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Neither. And this neighborhood is all hills, which is also awesome. So, yeah.
Alright. Yay! Did you bring it? Did you bring any trail shoes to handle?
I didn't.
the snow?
I was kicking myself because it's all like dirt roads around here, and I'm kicking myself for not bringing some trail shoes to play around with.
Yo, I mean, the thing is, the cool thing about being, I know you're an older gentleman. Seasoned gentleman. You know, the cool thing about being in 2023, Gary, is you can like look at the weather for the week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, the weather said 49 and partly cloudy. Not once did it say snow.
All right. Well, I mean, you gotta throw that phone out the door, bro. Just toss it out the window as soon as you can.
Vintage.
Yeah,
All right.
iPhone's ass.
Oh my god, like 75.
Oh, is Kathleen? I'm sorry, is Mr. Bailey on here?
I don't know if she's on there yet, but vintage. You're not an old gentleman. You're a vintage gentleman. Yeah. So what up, everybody? PR Project episode number 59. We moving right along. Today we got some cool things to talk about. But remember, at any point in this whole thing, you can always ask us anything. And as long as we have a moment to see the comment and the question, we will answer. We will answer questions about training, things, all that stuff, whatever you got.
But we are not
Are you-
allowed to give legal advice.
We
Or
are
family
not.
advice.
No. I can definitely give legal advice.
You have to give a disclaimer though.
She heard you. My mom is here. She heard that potty mouth of yours. Yeah, I can give legal advice. I went to school for that.
Okay.
Yes, I mean you find out new things about me all the time.
I didn't know you was paraplegic. That's what's up. Oh, it's paralegal. My bad. I'm tripping.
Yeah, he Aaron feeling spicy because he got a haircut. Oh, why the haircut?
Why not?
That's good.
I guess
that's good.
is the question, the answer, and the question. No, just it was time. It was time for a rebirth.
What like how long had you been growing your hair?
Since 2015.
Oh, well, wait, that's 8 years. Dang.
8 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. So like I know because we was like right there. I was right there when Joe asked you. But how did it feel? Like, how does it feel so far?
It doesn't. So I've done this 4 times in my life. Like went from like just having like really long hair to like not
Mhm.
having long hair anymore. And usually it feels like kind of traumatic to cut my hair because it means a lot of different things to me spiritually,
Yeah.
I guess. And usually I hate it. Like I really don't like how it looked. And then I feel like I don't have the security of being able to hide behind my hair anymore.
Mm.
But I don't know. I feel like now I'm a different person. And I feel more like fully myself, like as a person. So I don't need to hide anymore. So it's kind of cool.
So we might as well segue because the first time, well, I saw your haircut for the first time at this wonderful event, Exercising Demons pop-up.
Yeah.
So let me back out of the thing here and you do your thing.
Yeah. The pop-up was cool. That wasn't really a question or anything like that. So
No, you gotta tell us all about it. It was dope. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to like say anything the wrong way. Like it was a dope event, and that's when I walked in, saw you here. I'm like, oh, it's new beginnings, bro.
Yeah. So my first time like asking people to gather in support of me, like I've never really had like a birthday party or anything. Like I don't really do that kind of stuff. So it was strange. I didn't know what to expect, but it was my first ever pop-up for my brand, Exercising Demons. I was selling clothes in my hometown of Pontiac, Michigan. It was super cool. A surreal moment to see so many different people from different corners of my life in one place to support me. So that was super cool. And then, yeah, so the haircut was also kind of, it was, what's the word I'm looking for? Symbolic to kind of like tell myself like, all right, you're entering a new chapter. You're entering a point of your life that you want to, I kind of want to bare my soul a little more. I want to be able to be more open and like out there with people. And I don't know, a haircut just felt like a good way to, no, you can't see the back. You know, a good way to kind of kick it off. So this is like a new opportunity and a new part of my life. So yeah, no, I mean the taper is clean though. Don't play with me. But there's still remnants of the mohawk in there. You can still see like the parts and stuff. But we getting there. We figuring it out. But the pop-up was dope. Tommy came. I was super happy. Like everybody came. Unfortunately, Gary couldn't be there for extenuating circumstances, but he was there in spirit. You know, it was all good. Like I was so happy. Jared said I turned into the main character this weekend, and that's crazy because I feel like I've been a supporting character in so many other people's stories for my whole life. So it felt different to be like the main person. So yeah, it went great though. It blew me away. It was like beyond what I could have hoped for. So yeah, I was happy. I was very satisfied with it.
Man, no, it was like it was dope to like just to be there to like I definitely couldn't miss that for sure. So it was like I was just happy to be there and support and just like see you doing the thing and see family came and your friend, you know, like childhood friends was there and all your new friends was there and it was just such a dope like experience just like seeing you do your thing and the haircut was perfect for it. It was just like okay, like this he for real, bro. That's crazy. That's what's up.
It was cool, man. It was cool.
Yeah, Gary missed out on a good time for sure.
Yeah, no, I was really sorry I couldn't make it there, but I'm really, really happy for you. You know, everything, all the footage I've seen looks outstanding.
Yeah, it was vibey. It was cool. It was how I envisioned it in my mind. So yeah, it is great. Mark asked, "Is Gary in a closet?" That's crazy.
No, that is that is his business, Mark.
When he's prepared to, you know,
I am in a room where people do hang up their clothes.
Oh, I'm just not seeing the bar over there.
No, it's got the best lighting. So
I mean,
you look very nice, Gary. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know. So, but I thought it was really cool. I thought it was really cool that you had it in Pontiac, you know, in the hometown, because like you could have, you know, people that aren't from this area like kind of wouldn't understand like what that means. Like you could have had it in so many different spots because you have connections to people that have like, you know, cool spots like in other cities, and you could have just done it in Detroit, like, and it would have been more central maybe for other people to come to like support. But you stayed true to like to what you want to do, and you've always talked about like doing an event, even if it wasn't like for Exercise Demons. You always talk about doing something in Pontiac and doing more in Pontiac. So like it was really cool that it was this and not running.
Right.
You know, like it wasn't a running event. It was that's why I thought it was super cool because it's like you did it like your way, like 100%. You know what I mean? You didn't take from nobody else's book, which was super dope, bro. And I'm proud of you. Thank
you. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it for sure.
I struggled to say all that. I was gonna just text you, but I'm like, I guess we might as well do it on the live. Yeah. See, so quick fun story. Like, so closets are great for doing voiceover work too, Gary. So fun fact: my mom was like doing voice like over thingies like for companies or like working at doing that for a bit. So she's because she's got like the cool mellow voice or whatever. So Gary, stay in that closet as long as you want to, man.
Come on out whenever you're ready.
You record whatever you want, or you could just call it a bunker, like Ryan said. It could be a bunker. It was cool. So this is Ern was backstage for a second. We have a special guest this episode. I think he might be having technical difficulties, but we'll come back to Ryan because Ryan's in Cashville. So yeah. So did you sell a bunch? Did you get a bunch of like I know it's cool to have a pop up, but it's always good when the pop up is successful. Did you have a good turnout?
Yeah. Sold out of socks, sold out of beanies. So most of the event specific long sleeve shirts that I dropped. So yeah, no, it was my best day of sales since I started the brand. So like I said, I couldn't ask for any more.
Very cool.
Yeah, so anybody, we had this while we wait for our next segment to start up real quick. Wait, you might as well talk about we'll wait for him to do off-season vibes too. But we were talking about it earlier because I know, Gary, you're gonna do a race out while you're in the snow.
Yeah.
The question is for everybody that's on here, is anybody doing like a turkey trot? Like, so if you're doing a turkey trot, shout out your city where you're doing the turkey trot. And I know there's other distances. Like, so you're doing the 5K, the 1 mile, or the 10K, or whatever you guys got. Let us know if you're doing a turkey trot. So, Gary, what is your goal? I heard a rumor. Is your goal to win said turkey trot?
It was until I saw last year's time. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to go for it for sure. But last year's winners were like mid 17s, and I haven't broken 17 for 2 years. So it's going to be tough, but I'm going to go for it on these legs that have not been running very much, which we'll get into later, but we'll see. But my daughter's running it, and my nephew's going to run, and then my other daughter's going to do the 1K. So going to have some fun either way.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I was Thomas wants to do this one here in Detroit. But it's always super cold. Like, it's always like 25 degrees, and I don't know if I'm really feeling it. So we'll have to see. But I'd like to run with him. Like, every time I run, like, I race it. But I'd love to maybe just like jump in and just literally just run with him and not like have any pressure or anything like that on the race at all.
Yeah, I did that with Abigail last year. It was a lot of fun,
Oh yeah.
Just to see them run, just to see the kids run and have them experience a crowd, because it's a good crowd. It's a pretty decent turnout because they're all waiting for the parade. So they get to experience that, and you get to see them experience that kind of excitement. So
okay, we got a lot of people turkey trotting. Okay, let's see one. Let's start with so McKinley is doing the 1 mile for sure.
Yes.
We got Ern look crazy backstage. We got Mark. He's doing the Grand Rapids, Michigan turkey trot. Alexis is doing the Tacoma turkey trot 5K. Tony runs NYC, is doing a turkey trot in Raleigh.
That's Tony runs NC.
Wow,
NC.
I'm sorry, I got New York on the brain, man. New York state of mind. My bad. Rick says he might do a turkey trot in Flint. Been over 2 weeks. Planet Fashion. All right, it is.
Fashion. Oh, it sucks.
Yeah, that's the worst.
I haven't had knock on wood and all that, but I haven't had that before. But bro, if you need to take a little bit more time, don't turkey trot it, man.
And it's cross country.
Yeah. Wait, is it?
That's what he said later.
Oh no, definitely not. No.
I read that right.
You want to start rolling that planner out and picking up tiles with your toes, man. Trying to get that thing.
Is that the thing that people do to help it?
Yeah. It strengthens it. It's the fascia between the ligaments, between like where the heel
like right
bone
on your arch. You really feel it like right in your arch. So you can roll, like what I do when I have issues with it, I roll my foot over a frozen water bottle. So that helps with inflammation and that helps stretch it out. And then they say you should do eccentric heel drops because you want to strengthen the ligaments from the calf down. And also you hold your foot flat, and then you grab a towel with your toes and pull it like towards your heel, because you want to stretch out and strengthen that those ligaments and that fascia in the middle of your foot, because you want to be able to make an arch and then like flatten out your foot. Like that's kind of like a sign of a healthy foot. A strong foot is being able to arch it and then flatten it.
Yeah, I also do that an Achilles stretch.
I just can't. I just try to do it. I can't do it.
Yeah, so if you hold your foot down flat and like you move your toes back, your foot should arch a bit.
Oh. Okay.
You know?
Okay. How about that? So have you heard of that thing? We've talked about this on runs before. You're supposed, like people say you're supposed to be able to lift your big if you're standing up with your feet down, you're supposed to be able to lift your big toes separately off the ground without moving your other toes.
Yeah. But we're in shoes so much. So that's why they say you should try to walk and just live barefoot as much as possible, because being in shoes restricts your foot development and your ability to recruit those like little muscles and little stabilizers in your foot. But barefoot, especially walking barefoot on uneven terrain, your foot gotta conform and move around. But if you're in a flat soled shoe, you never really do it, and it just immobilizes it.
Man.
Hey, Rick, this might sound crazy, and it worked for me. But if you have one of those like massage guns with like the flat head, and you put it right where that inflammation is, it's gonna hurt at first, but 5 minutes a day or 5 minutes at a time, it kind of helped speed along my recovery when I had it a few years back.
Oh, okay, that's good pointer. And then Jared said he's doing a race in Pontiac for the first time for the holiday extravaganza event parade. Little 5K action goes from the DJ booth to the course. 10K and 5K.
Drumstick double.
Man, I wish I had it in me to do that, bro. That seems like so much fun, like for that day. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
Well, that's funny you say that, because I was just looking it up and I'm like, I wonder how much an average Thanksgiving meal is. And according to Google, the average American Thanksgiving dinner is 3,000 calories. It would take 4 hours of running to burn 3,000 calories. So, I mean, maybe you should do an ultra. Do an ultra, and then you can eat whatever you want. Maybe tell them during the race.
The turkey trot 50K.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Alexa said, husband doing the 5K too for the first time. 4-year-olds doing the 1K. Dope. That's a running family right there.
Mm-hmm.
Megan's doing the turkey trot, Detroit 10K and 5K. Drumstick double. Man, we got a lot of people doing turkey trots here. Alexandria, Virginia from Malik says he's doing the 5 miler or College Park, Maryland 5K. So he's got choices. Arnie, of course, is doing the 10K. Big dog. Running with Sally's doing the Marine Corps. I didn't know they had one. A turkey trot 10K.
Yeah,
yesterday. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I think I saw people out there cheering for that.
All right, so I have dry needling scheduled for Tuesday night. That sounds terrible. Yes, the Flint race is a 3-mile cross country. Yo, bro, you're a man's man, bro. I couldn't do it. All right. Oh, Gary go. Drumstick double. Never heard of that before. So yeah, they here for the what is it? The S3.
Yeah, strategic staffing solutions.
Yeah. They if you do the 10K, you finish right before the 5K starts. So you do the 10K and then you literally just jog over to the start of the 5K and then do the 5K. So they call it the drumstick double, which is a very good name.
Mashed potato mile, stuffing strut. They got a bunch of.
Yeah, you can do like the 5K and the 1 mile too. I think that's a combo.
Yeah.
I wonder what that is. The cranberry sauce.
Cranberry combo. No, it's really cranberry combo. Yeah.
Oh, so Ryan Butler says for plantar fasciitis, my PT said to pull your toes back for 3 reps, 15 to 20 times soon as you get up before your feet hit the floor. That's a good way to get the feet.
That makes
going.
sense because my feet
Yeah.
are at their most stiff and immobile when I first wake up. It's ugly, especially during training.
Yeah, man. That them first few steps with that Achilles be wild,
Man.
wild. Especially when you're in the thick of it.
In the thick of it.
In the thick. All right. Just get stuck in it. All right. Yeah. But see, Rick, this is what it's all about. You know, this is what this show. I mean, honestly, this is what this show is like really about. It's like having conversation, talk about whatever y'all want to talk about, and advice coming from everywhere. So it's great.
It
All
is
right,
funny
so
though. Don't take our legal advice, but our medical advice.
Yeah, medical advice.
Go ahead.
is sound.
Go ahead and do it.
I mean, but like most of the time, like runners, like if you go into a room of runners and you say anything that's running related injuries, someone in that room will have a solution.
Without a doubt. I just thought it was.
Without a doubt.
I just thought it was funny.
But like I said again, I am able to give anyone in here legal advice. If you feel so inclined to ask, I will give you probably an answer that I'll give you an answer for sure. All right, so
So we have a public defender suit on that you can find.
right, a brown baggy suit with a bow tie with the clip bow tie. All right, so we have a special guest today, and you can always continue to ask us anything. But our special guest today, drum roll please, is Ernest Holly.
Yup.
What up?
What up, Ern?
What up, though?
What up, though? What's going on?
Yeah, man, make sure you come with that New York City Nashville energy, bro.
You gotta let it go, man. You gotta let it go.
All right, so Ern was definitely with us when we went to New York City with PR Project Never Sleeps. PR'd by how many minutes?
8 minutes. 8-minute PR.
8-minute PR on a crazy course. I mean,
Bring the PR bell for Big Ern.
Mhm.
was your PR in Kalamazoo?
Yep, Kalamazoo.
So Kalamazoo wasn't necessarily an easy course, but New York was. Which one was tougher?
New York. By a mile, bro. New York by a mile. New York is the hardest course I ever ran.
Mm-hmm.
What was the toughest? Well, okay, no. What was your least favorite and your favorite too? Least favorite and favorite points of the New York City race.
My
Least favorite first.
All right, least favorite was least favorite was coming up first Ave into Central Park. Was that like mile 23 or something like that?
Yeah.
I was ready to be done. That's what it was.
Yeah, I was done at that point. That was probably the worst part. The best part was probably actually coming off of the Queens Bridge, coming into that crowd, like hearing the crowd ring and before I even seen them. That was kind of dope.
Yeah.
That was electric, bro.
Yeah, I was telling Joe, I was, you hear that? You hear that? Because it was loud. You know, I just getting hyped for it, you know?
Because it was so quiet for like so long, and then it just got loud. So
yeah, that bridge, it almost like that's all you hear is footsteps and breathing, bro. And you aren't even that far.
You can literally hear people's souls leaving their bodies. Like
yeah. Right. Legit. It's real. It gets real on that bridge, man. You ask yourself a lot of questions, and sometimes you don't have the answers.
Yeah.
So Malik agrees. Malik says New York City is the toughest marathon, but thus far, so New York City is my 6th and 9th marathon, and bro, Boston really has. I wouldn't say nothing on New York for difficulty, but New York is just definitely much tougher.
Right.
Nobody
told me that. Nobody told me that. I thought Boston was.
Allison ain't lying, bro. 2 mile uphill walk in the snow after the race is also.
Oh yeah,
crazy,
I forgot about that. I should have said that actually.
Yeah, that 2 mile uphill walk after is definitely crazy. Yeah, no, there is a hill. Like, I mean, that's maybe it's not all uphill, but there is a hill that's a little disrespectful.
No, there's a hill. Yeah,
in that 27th mile. All right, so one of the main reasons, I mean, obviously New York was a few weeks ago now, but one of the main reasons we have Ern on the show is to talk about a crazy thing we just did last week. PR Project was invited to participate in the on squad relays. I don't know how many they've done, but I know they did one in DC and then now one in Nashville, where it's like it's literally you get a squad of 4 people together and you can participate in this on relay, and it's 4 by 1200 is the first. What would you call it? A heat? No, the first stage or first round.
Round.
Then and for where it worked for us is top 5 of each heat. There was 3 heats of maybe 10 to 12 teams, I guess. Top 5 of each heat would move on to the next round, which was then 4 by 400. It was at night, like lit up by these little lights. It wasn't like big lights. It was like dark, super dark in certain spots, but it was just a really fun electric atmosphere. And I thought it would be great for us to talk about it because it was probably the most fun that I've ever had in a running thing.
All right, so let me ask some questions here since you guys all ran it. So how many people on a team?
4.
4. And how did you all decide what order you're going to go in?
We were on a drive over. We took a shuttle bus over. Well, actually, it was a little before. We went to lunch, and I'm like, all right, let's talk strategy. Like, what's going on? And I was just like, I think Tommy should be the anchor, and then I was like, I think Angela should start because I don't know, it was something about Angela. She just felt very locked in from the moment we landed. Like she was just like, like fire in her eyes the whole time. And so I'm like, yeah, I think maybe you know what I'm saying she could start, and then Aaron was like, all right, I'll do second, and then I'm like, I'll go third, and we just stuck to that. We didn't even like negotiate it. It was just like, okay, this is what it is.
Yeah, it was no back and forth at all. But but now that we got that started, I know keep going with the questions, Gary. But so we didn't, and we knew it was relays, but I don't think any of us really thought about like competitive or not. Like we knew we were 2 weeks off in New York, so it's just I don't even think we thought much about it. But then we saw Julian at the store Exchange Collective, right? Exchange Running Collective. And he started talking about some of the teams that they knew was going to be there, and I'm like, oh, this is competitive. Like, I mean, it was anybody can like. It was very diverse in talent. You know, I mean, in skill level, you know, in speed. But like, it got serious real quick. Like, we slowly started getting nervous. Like, okay, wait a minute, this is gonna be crazy. You know?
Right.
Malik asked, did each team have one woman? No, some teams came out there with 4 cross-country athletes that just left college.
Literally, no, like literally post-college teams still assembled. Like they still go to races together.
That's crazy.
As a team.
You got their own kits?
Yes.
Yeah. So the team that won, it was called Wild Ox Track Club. And I think they are the alumni team for a local school called Lipscomb.
No. So they were also there. They had that team and they had Lipscomb team.
Well, Lipscomb was the actual team that's running right now.
Right.
And then Wild Ox was the alumni of that school.
Right. That's what it was.
And then Team Ohio had Chris Gutierrez.
I saw it. He was out there. Yeah.
Like and just to give the people that don't know Chris, he's if you go to Instagram, he's Beers and Miles. Mm-hmm. He's literally trying to qualify for the Olympic trials like 2 weeks from now in CIM. He's trying to run sub 218, and he's leading off his team.
I think once we seen him warming up, we was like, okay, this is kind of serious.
Yeah, like so we did our strides. We did our strides like probably feeling cool, and then they started doing like normal jogs that were like the speed of our strides. I'm like, okay, we done.
Yeah.
This is it.
It's kind of serious.
All right. Was the course open, or like you got to run around cars, or people walking? Because it looked like it was in the streets, kind of like an Orchard Street Runners type event. Is that kind of the vibe?
No.
They tried to close it.
Well, there wasn't nobody. I mean, so like when we were doing our warm ups, there were people kind of walking or whatever. But by the time we started the race, it was dark. Like people ain't really walking through there anyway.
Daylight savings time is dark, or like 9 o'clock at night dark?
Like 9 o'clock
Yeah.
at night dark.
Well,
It was dark.
the races actually started at like 6:15, but Nashville is on Central Time, and they're like as far east as you can get in Central Time. So I think the sunset time was 4:46 or something like that. So the
Yeah,
sun
we
has
was like
been
the
down
second
for like
group.
an hour and change,
Yeah, so
it
I mean,
was
it was dark.
but
Um,
it took place in a park. So we ran like the path in a park.
Oh,
So we
okay.
didn't have to like
Right.
like worry about cars, other than
No.
like it was a small piece of it that went through like the parking lot. But other than that, it was just a path inside of a park.
Mhm.
Tons of turns. Like it wasn't like I mean, it wasn't really a loop. If anybody goes to like any of our Stravas, it's like it was just kind of not all over the place, but it was a few straightaways, but mainly a bunch of tight turns. A couple spots were very dark. They had like I wouldn't say T lights because that would be, I mean, were they like solar type lights?
It's the
Almost.
lights
they
we
were
put in the front yard.
Yeah,
Right.
but blue, but they were blue and green, but they were like blue and green. But they had people that worked for On like with like lightsaber sticks, like guiding people just to make sure you kind of knew where you were going. But they did do like a group warm up to go through the whole course, so everybody kind of knew where the turns were. So it wasn't like they just said go. We're not complaining because actually, I mean, it went very well. Like it was a couple dark spots, but I wouldn't write to them and say it's got to make it better. You know, it was a great job.
Was it through the woods in the park?
No, it was a paved path. The entire thing was a paved path.
I'm just asking for Ern. I know.
It was dark though. It was dark. So I had to switch my glasses out. I couldn't wear my my dark glasses.
Oh yeah.
So I had to wear my reading glasses, man.
So
Man, you still ran so well without reading.
How many teams?
I don't even know.
It was like
at one time, I guess we guys all on the same path at one point, like 30 runners at a time.
Yeah, it spread out pretty quick though. Like because they did a good job of like.
Well, no, like each heat had at least at the most it was 50. It was maybe 12 people running at a time.
Yeah,
at the most for the first 4 by 1200 because it was 3 heats.
Okay,
and you know what I mean, and there's like maybe 10 to 12 teams maybe each heat.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like they didn't, all 30 didn't go off.
But it did get a little physical at the start. Like people were and then at the baton exchanges as well. It was sometimes it got a little tricky, especially in the final where it was 4 by 400. So
people was falling.
Oh my god! This one dude ate poop. When I tell you, I was 30 feet away. I could feel him through the concrete, bro. So yeah, let's talk about let's start the race, okay? So we had it was Angela, Aaron, and me, and so we got to watch one heat go off, so we kind of had like the idea of like the vibe of the race, like okay, like it's gonna be like 2 to 3, maybe 4 teams that are really fast. You know what I'm saying? In each heat, I don't know if they did it on purpose, but I feel like they probably did. They had to because it would have been crazy if it was just random, you know. And so Angela starts off, and it's a 4 by 1200. And when I tell you, Angela probably got out at like maybe 450 pace. I don't know, because she turned the first corner. You could see the first turn. She turned the first corner like in 3rd place, right, Aaron?
Yeah.
So she was booking, and she was running with some. She was right behind 2 guys that were very fast. You know, not just like a little fast. They was very fast.
And mind you, Angela is an ultra runner. She has 100 miles under her belt. She's got 100Ks. She's just like she hasn't been on like in a fast race. She said she hadn't ran a race that fast in at least 10 years.
Yeah, like and she's not doing any interval work that would be anywhere near the pace that she got out of and stayed at. So she comes. So and you could. The cool part was like you go away from the finish. You go away from the start line, and then you have to go back like across, and so you can kind of see at a distance like who is coming around this last loop, so you can kind of get your team ready, you know. And so we see Angela come through, and so we get all like hyped up, and she passed the baton to Ern, She was 5th place.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So Ern, take us from there. She was 5th place. She hands you the baton. Go.
Right. So she handed me the baton. I'm like, all right, I gotta make up some time. I passed one dude. Then I seen a lady around like the green, where the green solars was. I forget how far that was.
Yeah. It was probably like it's probably
not
like
even
2
half,
to 3.
not even halfway. Yeah.
It's maybe
Yeah.
like it's maybe only like 2-3, like maybe 300 meters, maybe from the
Yeah.
start.
Seen her, passed her. I'm like, all right, cool, we good. We in what, 3rd place now? So like the last probably 600 meters, dude, my chest just started burning. Chest started burning. My watch, I didn't turn my watch on, so I didn't know how fast I was going. I had no clue. I was just running. I'm like, yo, man, I gotta keep going. I'm gonna just have to die out here, bro. I can't stop. You know, my team was depending on me. So I'm like, I just gotta go. They got to get me off this course. My chest burning, but I gotta make it to the finish line. So I just kept running. And that was it, man.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to start your watch on a relay, right?
Yeah.
I never started my watch. I'm like, dog, I don't know how fast I'm going right now. And I wanted to know, but I had no clue. But I know I never ran that fast before. Like, I never ran that fast.
Like, I mean, because there's no there's honestly, if you're training unless you're training for a 5K, like a full training block for a 5K, you won't run that fast. Like, not in a marathon training block, you'll never get that fast.
Yeah.
My mom said, "Is Angela in 3? We were on 3-on-3." No, Angela works for Gazelle. So the on rep, Sam, who invited us down, he has like all these different connections. He tapped us, and we definitely wanted a woman to be a part of the team. So he was like, I know Angela, she's really fast. And when we finally got to her, I'm like, yeah, he said you were really fast. She was like, I don't know who he's talking about because I'm not fast. But turned out she was like, it was so perfect. All right, so Ern hands the baton to Aaron. But by the way, bro, like as this is happening, it's getting more and more hype. Like, because it's so crazy to see people get handed a baton and take off, and then you just got to sit there and wait to see what happens next. But yeah, so Aaron, you got the baton.
All right, so we'll start with Alexis' question. How did passing the baton go? Did you guys practice? So we didn't get the baton until we got to the event, obviously. And I'd never ran a relay race in my life. Well, I did once, just like in practice. But I've never competed like done anything competitively with a baton in my hand. So we did practice though. Like we ran through a few passes, like just doing strides and trying to figure out like, okay, is this the hand I want to hand off with? Is this the hand I want to like receive with? Like it was very rough shot, like very just like spur of the moment, but we wanted to make sure we did do that. So it wasn't the first time doing it like when we were racing. So we figured that out. All of our baton passes went pretty well, I would say. I don't think we lost any time in our baton passes. So I see Ern come. So the last turn for Rick, it was 1,200 meters for the first round. So for about 1,200 meters, everybody had a 1,200 meter leg, and everybody ran the same loop. So you could see the person finishing the loop probably 50 meters out. So I see Ern make this turn, and he's coming towards me, and I was like lollygagging. I was playing around. I was just having a good time. But as soon as I saw Ern make that turn with the baton in his hand, and he was running hard, like my heart just like I realized like, yo, I gotta really run. Like this is like I can't like play. Like I gotta do this. So I took the baton. It was a clean pass, and I just thought in my mind like, all right, we're going to long stride this for as long as we can. So there was a woman, the second place. She was second place, or she might have been third place.
You got when he got the baton, he was fifth place. When he handed it to you, he was third place.
Right. So there was the second place woman was ahead of me. I could see her. She was within my eyesight. First place guy was gone. I couldn't see him. But she was quite a bit away from me. She was probably 50, 60 meters ahead of me. So I'm just like, just go and try to key on her and make a move on her. So I made the first turn, which was probably like 30 to 40 meters out from the start line. And then there's a long straight, and it didn't seem like she was getting closer to me. I'm just like, okay, well, maybe she's just like that. Like, so I'm like, all right, whatever. So I'm running. I make a left. We go down through this little parking lot, and she start getting a little closer to me. And I'm like, this might be possible. Like, this might be doable. But much like Ern, I had that same come to Jesus moment when my chest just started burning. Like it's been a while since I felt
like you literally might go to Jesus.
like, yeah, no, I thought the upper room was my next destination. I'm like, all right, well, it is what it is. So by that point, I started seeing people from the other teams because we were already like catching the back of the back of the pack.
Oh, right.
So we were catching the back of the pack, and I had to kind of weave and like try to strategically move around them without losing like any speed because I'm still chasing this lady. And then there was a small climb, probably like 20 meters of incline that goes from like, it's not outside of the park, but kind of like in a lower area up to a higher area. And that's when I really realized like, okay, I really made up some ground here on her. So we probably had 400 meters to go. We weave around the bathroom area, and she's like, I'm literally like right on her heels at this point. And I thought she would surge. I thought she would like feel my presence and surge, but she didn't have much left. So I went around her. I tried not to like breathe super hard. I'm like, no, like just try to be sweet, like try to just get by her and not let her get back. So came around that same corner, and then I could just see Tommy, and he's like, come on. And I'm like, I don't know where she at. I don't want to look back again. I'm just like, whatever. Yeah. So I hand off to Tommy in second place. And I'm just like, go, bro, go, run. Like, run that way. Because that's the only way you really coach. It's like, run. There's nothing else I could have said. I wasn't capable of any other words other than
I ain't heard none of that, bro. So, but mind you, though, like, when we first started this, like, we had no idea, like, what our heat was going to look like. And when everybody took off with Angela, we like, oh my God, everybody in this heat's going to be super fast. So like when she handed it to us in fifth, to Ern in fifth, I didn't think, okay, Aaron's going to hand this to me in second place. You know what I'm saying? So I get the baton. And when I tell you, dog, I haven't run, like Ern said, I have never run this fast in my life, bro. Like I looked back at my Strava or whatever. For the first like 50 meters, I was going 350. Like my pace in the beginning was 350. Because when we first get the baton, like when you first start, it's a little downhill. For about maybe 100 meters. So like I was floating down this downhill, and I'm like, oh, this is easy. And then when it flattened out, I'm like, oh, this isn't easy. and then like I got to about maybe like 200-300 meters in past like all those green areas. And I started hearing the dude, that the third place guy, like I could hear his footsteps, and they sounded very smooth and in rhythm. My legs felt like they was wobbling everywhere because I'm like not supposed to be moving this fast. And then we hit this like little section where it was like 3 sharp turns back to back, like left, right, left, and like to the point where like everybody probably was doing like that swimming thing. You trying to like hold your balance and go as fast as you can. Then I turned this little corner where like my feet kind of got like caught up on the ground because it maybe was like a little change in like the rolling of like a sidewalk, maybe, I don't know. And as soon as I hit that, like I knew like, okay, this dude about to catch me. This guy went past me. I think I probably had to be at that point going maybe like 5:10 pace or something like that. And this guy went past me like looking like he like as the easiest thing I've ever seen. He just went past me so smooth. And then I was real close to saying something like, good job. But I couldn't talk because I was like in the pain cave already. And then I was regretting all of this because I'm like, yo, I shouldn't be here. I just ran a marathon. I was like copping all please. But I'm like, okay, now you're in third place. Don't give this up. You know what I'm saying? So like I held on as long as I could. A bunch of the people knew us. So like they were like around, like guiding the race. They was like, you could do it, Tommy. Just surge now. Like there's 400 meters left. Go. I'm like, I got nothing left, bro. Like I'm just gonna stay right here. Finish my leg of the relay. third place, so we know we moving on to the finals because every top 5 in every leg goes to the finals, which is 15. So 15 teams do the 4x400. But it's like Ern said, his chest was burning. I didn't feel that until like as soon as I stopped, my chest was on fire, and I'm like, there's no. I almost wished immediately we didn't make it because why, like it's ridiculous. How I'm gonna do this again?
Yeah. And I think we kind of like so we were like excited that we finished third. Like it was exhilarating. It was like sweet. Like we sweet. Like we finished third by like a lot. Like it wasn't close. So right. I don't know about y'all, but I kind of started thinking like, I mean, what can we do in this final? Like we might be able to do something in this final. And once my chest like stopped burning and we got into like we watched the next heat go by, and I started looking around and I'm like, you know what? I think it'll be an accomplishment if we just don't finish last.
No. So Ern was like, yo, I think we could get top 3. And I'm like, no, bro. And he's like, well, top 5. And I was like, we will not get top 5. And then Aaron was feeling all positive. He was like, bro, don't say we can't. And I'm like, we cannot do it. Like, not that we couldn't. No, we just couldn't. Because at least 2 teams from every heat were way faster than us. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like there was like 2 college teams in each heat, bro. And I'm like, okay, we can't. We just can't. And then you was like, just not JNL, just not last. JNL, just not last. And then so here's when it get crazy, right? So we start the 400 meter relay. So they switched it the other way around. So just one tight loop, right? So Angela starts off with us. We go with the same, game plan. We gonna win this. We gonna do well in this. Angela takes off with these guys and ladies. And when I tell you, they must have just been jogging the 1200. They left Angela so fast. I mean, maybe 20 meters in, she was out the back, and she was
running hard. Like it's not she was jogging it. She was running hard,
right? Like super competitive. And so she turns the final corner, and it's a little uphill from the last turn to the finish line. Hobbling because she pulled her hamstring trying to like run as hard as she could. She was at maybe 50 meters, 40.
Yeah,
maybe 40 meters behind, and that's almost impossible in a 400 meter relay. Like what do we do? There's no way. So Ern, you get the baton. the hypest I've ever seen Ern,
bro.
Ern was.
I thought that I could catch him again. I'm like, okay, we did this before. I can catch him again. I was ready to go. When I say I never got close to nobody, bro, they got farther and farther. I'm like, oh my God, what are we doing? This is impossible.
So Ern hand the mic. Ern passed the baton to Aaron. Well, maybe like you did cover some ground. I think like you probably handed it to him with like 30 meters left with a gap. And then Aaron, you get it. What was your thoughts in 400 meters, bro?
It felt like it felt insurmountable. I'm like, bro, they so far away, and I don't have anything to key off of. Like, I'm just
right.
I'm just like, all right, run as hard as you can, but you don't really know how hard you can run, especially. And then like 2 turns, and it was like completely dark. So I'm just like,
completely dark.
I don't know. Like my depth perception is all off. I'm like, I don't know how fast I'm running. I don't know what's going on right now, but I could see this guy in a white t-shirt, and I'm just like, all right, just try to like at least get a couple steps closer. Like, and so we come around that last, like, so the turns were so tight that they moved the cones like off the path into the grass to give you more room to like make the turn and kind of make the turn a little softer.
Yeah, because like some of the turns, Gary, was like a negative, like less than 90. So you would have to go out and back around. So they bent it in and took the cones and did it on the grass.
Kind of like towards the end of Trenton, like towards the end of Trenton,
yeah,
by the bridge.
Yeah, Yeah, yeah. Like how you
Yeah.
have to go out and like that, out and back. So they actually they cut it shorter and put the cones in the grass. So if you wanted to, you could run on the grass, which people obviously did. Yeah. So Aaron make that last turn.
I make that last turn and I'm running up the hill, and I feel like I gained some ground in that last bit because I'm just like, all right, like ears to pockets, like get them knees up and let's just do it. Like let's just push it. And because I'm like, what you got left? Like, no reason to save it. You're not training for nothing. Like just run as hard as you can. Just make sure them hamstrings don't scream at you, and you good. So I see Tommy, and I'm just like, I hand it to him, and I'm like, we gonna see. We gonna see what he can do. We can see if he can make this distance up. My chest didn't burn as bad. No, I think it's because it's like, all right, this is like a minute of running compared to like.
Was your watch on? Did you have your watch on for the?
My watch never started, bro. My watch never started, and this was an quote unquote unsanctioned race, so there was no time clock. It was just an untimed race. So it was purely about just like where you landed in the pecking order. Like it was just running against other people, not against a clock, not against time. So
no time.
I never even thought to like start my watch. It was like on go from the jump.
See you, Gary.
See you.
Have fun in the snow, man. All right, so yeah, so you hand me the baton. And you definitely did. I think you had like 20 meters or something like that. Maybe less, right?
Maybe
like 15, 20 meters, something like that. So like it was getting closer and closer. So like when you were running up, I'm thinking, oh, it's close, like because it's kind of like depth perception. It was a little off. Like, oh, he's much closer. And so by the time he handed off the baton to somebody else, then I'm like, oh, this is a bigger gap than I thought. So like you hand me the baton, I the first like 10 steps, like I'm about to catch this guy or someone. I'm catching someone. And then after first like 20 steps, I'm like, no, I'm not. It was like because like I couldn't move any faster. And like then I went into that section where it gets really dark, that first sharp turn. I turned that corner so hard that and it's so dark. I thought I was about to be on the sidewalk, but like my first left foot step was in the grass.
Yeah.
Like so I had to
when I made that turn, I thought I was gonna run straight into a tree.
It was so dark. Yeah, super dark. So by the time I get just for full disclosure, I was kind of upset with myself in the first 1200 because like it got way darker in my mind than I thought it was gonna get just for like a little 1200. So like I was kind of like I definitely got to a point where I was like, okay, well just stay at third. Like I let the guy, like I didn't try to like hang on to this guy because I'm like, there's no point. We're gonna have third. Like I kind of like wrote it in a little bit. So I'm like, okay, don't act. You know what I'm saying? Figure it out. Stay in the fight, right? So I get to like 100 meters or so, 150 in this dark path or whatever. And there's a group ahead of me, like, because they were all clustered pretty much. Oh, that's where I almost just said, forget it, I'm going home. Because like I was like 150 meters into the race, they yelling about the winner about to cross the finish line. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? And you're going too fast, you can't look over. But I'm like, this is stupid. But then I'm like, stay in it. Don't give up. And I look up ahead of me, and there's like a pack of maybe like 5-6 of them, like up ahead of me, same distance or so from like what you handed me the baton at, about 200 meters left. So I'm like, just gut it out, do this for the team. So like I just like bared down and just kept going. And as soon as like that moment happened, I saw like it was kind of weird, like the guy. So like somehow like in his pack randomly like a pinball like kind of like do like bumped out the back.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden I'm just seeing this guy like almost by himself, not for real, but like right behind everybody. So I'm like try to catch him.
Yeah.
And then I got closer because I really dug deep. And before that last turn, I felt like maybe I could catch him if we were going straight, And then we turned. I did this huge wide turn because I was just going too fast around this turn through the grass, and then like try to like gather myself. Saw the finish line, And I thought, like, I remember Aaron saying, just not last. And this guy had to be maybe 10, 15 meters ahead of me still, like at that point with maybe like, 80 meters left.
Yeah.
And I just gave it everything that I've ever had, bro. I've never run.
If y'all can see Tommy's face coming up this hill, bro, I've never seen this man look like that ever. He literally was giving everything he had,
Bro,
like his teeth, bro.
He was so serious. His shoulders got
And
all
you know,
tight.
I think what happened was the dude you caught, I think he thought they were in last place. So I think he was like, whatever. But then, like, you was right on him, and he realized, like, oh, like, hold on, he tried to like pick it up. He ain't had nothing.
He ain't have it. I mean, because he wasn't moving slow, like for me to catch him, but he definitely. I mean, he wasn't. You know, I think he just. I don't know if he. I think he might have ran out. You know, because like he was moving still, but like because when I finally caught up to him with like 10 meters left, I felt him try to do like a thing, and I just like. I'm like, no, bro, not last, bro, not
His
today.
shoulders were like, his shoulders got all wide. Like, nah, it's not happening today. That was hilarious, bro. It was hilarious.
And so, but like the cool part was like, the hats off to like Nashville running community, straight up. Big shout to obviously to On, but like it was so hype right there in this little park at a middle of the city. And so many people were just all crowded around with the big, On like finish line, camera people all around, like taking pictures. You saw like the clicks and stuff. So I'm just gunning it, just trying to get to this. And even though me and this dude is last place, it was so hype and so amazing. And I edged him out at the line and didn't finish last for the team. And as soon as I was so hyped, bro. Like so hyped to get washed by like at least 13 other people, bro.
Right. So hyped.
Like we was literally 14th place, dog. So happy, dog. But bro, like as soon as it was over, like in the 1200, I was kind of like, no, this is stupid, bro. But just as soon as that 400 was over, like I was so happy and had so much fun, man. It was the craziest thing. So cool.
Yeah,
so
it was the most fun I've had running in a long time. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. And then not looking at my watch, not even
never.
That. I felt like a kid just running in the street. You know what I'm saying? Just running as fast as you can. That's what it felt like.
I mean, because I was telling Ern, like that's literally like the most. I mean, even like as I turned 40, like there's gonna be like in the Masters division, I don't think there'll ever be that level of competition. In like an amateur race, you know what I mean? Like, because even like with Tracksmith, maybe when they did like the 5,000, but even then it's still like it was just so hype and so much energy. Like you said, like this stuff like that kind of make you feel like you wish you like ran in school because it was just like that level of energy. And it was just, I think that like the squad races and stuff like what Tracksmith did and with the 5,000 series. Twilight 5000 is so cool because like amateurs get to come and like experience it. And let's just talk about like the different speed diversity there or whatever. Everybody got so much love. Like even like the people that were much different pace than we are that weren't competing for top 5 in their heat. They was just having fun and it was so cool, Yeah. And each team had people. Some teams had people that were really fast. Some people had people that were like, like this is the first time I ever did something like this, and they weren't that fast. And they all had fun. Everybody got to pass the baton. Everybody got a medal. It's just dope, man.
And then I remember how they celebrated like the last runner from each heat. I thought that was pretty cool. How like they made that little tunnel. That was so dope.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, man. It was. I mean, honestly, like we've done some fun events and stuff like that. I feel like. Most fun I've ever had at anything related to running, bro.
Yeah,
most fun
it's
ever.
funny, like how Joe be talking about everything in running so cookie cutter. I feel like that was the definition of not cookie cutter.
Bro.
Like it wasn't like a clock. It wasn't
no clock.
None of that crazy stuff. It was just like vibes, like, and it was like, and it felt like we were going somewhere almost like illegal. Like it felt like this was like like what I'm saying, like some dark web, like kind of like unspoken Like, because I'm thinking
Right.
like we doing this in Nashville, but Nashville is just doing like it's just a regular day.
It's not even, yeah.
This is not like
Right.
the city's not being shut down for this. This is just something that's popping
Right.
up in the park randomly on a Thursday evening and
Mhm.
in the dark and just popping up, doing it, and then breaking down and rolling out. It was so sweet.
Yeah, and so on squad races, Tracksman Twilight 5000, and I'd be remiss to not say Take the Bridge. So we have to we got to figure out a way to get PR Project to a Take the Bridge race, because it is like I did the one in Miami and I wasn't racing it at all. Like I ran with Kafuzi and we just had some fun or whatever, because we were both running the half marathon the next 2 days from then, so we just weren't doing much. But it was kind of like that. Like, I mean, well, it was actually less organized and like less not organized, but it was super unsanctioned. So like you are just running in the street and she says watch out for cars, you know what I'm saying? And you go to 3 checkpoints. So everybody starts in the same spot, and when they say go, everybody knows where the 3 checkpoints are because they give you the map and all that stuff, and you can look it up on your phone. You can do research. As soon as you go, anybody can go anywhere. Like you don't have to go straight. If you found a way that you can go right off, to the right. Like, so sometimes like you'll see a big pack of people go, and then like 3 or 4 people will duck off in an alley. You know what I'm saying? And go like all these different ways, because they took like it from the old messenger bike races back in like New York and stuff like that, or San Francisco or whatever it came from. Like, so like where you could jump fence, like this, people ain't doing that in these races, but like you can jump fences where however you get there is how you get there. You know what I'm saying? So like you get to these checkpoints and they mark your hand to make sure they know that you've been there, and then you go to the next spot, and then so like, but it actually pulls people that are really, really fast though. Like, so people that win some of these bigger like Take the Bridge races are like moving at like 450 pace, bro. Like they fly in the middle of the night, like through traffic, bro. It's crazy. But yeah, like, so hats off to people, to these different companies doing stuff that's like different and fun and very uncookie cutter. And that's super, like, that's very On related, right? Like On is definitely doing different stuff right now. So shout out. It was fun. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
But I would be remiss. I had to take I like that saying. That was fire. I would be remiss to not mention one of the highlights of our trip. It occurred at 5 a.m. on Friday at the Nashville airport. We passed through security and there was a Voodoo Donuts. And when I say,
right, I've been thinking about that since what's today? Since that day.
Is there a Voodoo Donuts here in Michigan?
I don't know.
I don't know.
So Aaron, if you don't know what Voodoo Donuts is, find out. But they got like, it's all pink. The whole store is pink sign, pink like walls, everything. And it's in the randomly in the airport, like right as soon as you come through security, it's right there.
Right there.
Aaron, like, bro, I might have to get one of those. And I'm like, do they got vegan? He's like, it's only one way to find out.
Right, and that was it.
like a man that literally just ran a marathon. We gotta find out.
We gotta find out.
We get
Glad
in
did,
there.
though.
They had like 6 vegan donuts, like just rotating at the bottom of the thing. And they're the biggest donuts I've ever seen, though.
Yeah,
all of them are crazy.
I was telling that lady, like, I wasn't even prepared. There are so many options.
I didn't know. I just knew that this was world renowned. I knew that Voodoo Donuts has high marks from all over the world, and I'm like, yeah, no, we can't just walk by this and not partake. So that was like the most perfect, like, cherry on top, if you will.
It's the best call by far. Like one of your best ideas, top 5 ever. I said that to you in the airport as well.
Can't lie.
Right. Donuts at 5 a.m.
I didn't even know it's 5 a.m. at that point no more. Life changed at that moment. Like, and the way I say that y'all smash, y'all house them donuts, bro. I was like, I'm still snacking on wood. Aaron's like, bro, these ain't making it onto the airport, bro.
Nah,
onto the airplane.
They ain't make it off the takeoff. It was a wrap. It was already trash.
Duh,
It
duh.
was already
I
trash.
think they started in Portland. By the way, Malik said he think they have a voodoo in Portland. I think that was their first location.
I got an idea.
Fire,
Really.
I
fire.
got an idea. So On is based in Portland. Somehow we got to figure out how to get to Portland so we can go to Voodoo Donuts.
Send,
We could do a double HQ visit.
Right.
Literally.
Hey, when you put that on your story earlier, what headquarters should we tour? I definitely would go put I was not thinking shoes, bro.
You should have said something.
I was thinking, bro, how do we get to Krispy Kreme or whomever? Like, how do we
Right.
Get to tour one of these places?
Well, you think do you think like if you went into Krispy Kreme headquarters, they'd have a bunch of like those red lights like sitting around like waiting to be like shipped out?
Yeah. No, I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like those are special lights though.
I rode past Krispy Kreme the other day, and I'm like, y'all ain't doing it no more. I can't even give y'all my money no more, man. I got a new spot.
I got a new spot. It's not even in the state.
Right, but I don't even want to go back to Krispy Kreme no more.
So Aaron, you had Donut Bar before.
Yeah.
But Voodoo better than Donut Bar, right?
It might be recency bias, bro, but I don't think I had a donut as good as Voodoo, to be honest. Like,
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to, because I've had those cookie crumbled, ones with the cookies on top. I've had that before at Donut Bar, and yeah, I don't know if it was because it was 5:30 in the morning and it felt naughty to be like eating donuts that early. I don't know,
Right.
but it was better, bro. Sorry, Donut Bar.
Yeah.
They
And
got
then
you.
everybody was staring at us. Did y'all see people staring at us? Like,
Yeah,
people staring
they
at
was
us.
on it. Yeah, like, bro, you see these donuts?
I was too deep in the game. I wasn't even looking around.
Yeah, it was a couple fellas looking over like,
They
hey, look at
was.
this guy,
I was singularly focused on that
Yeah,
apple fritter.
They was probably looking at Aaron because the apple fritter was bigger than his head. Like, what's this dude doing over here? But yeah, no, that was just a fun trip. And PR Project has I think that's like our fourth trip technically. Like we did Eugene, New York twice now, and then Nashville.
Yeah.
So we are on the move and doing fun things, and I love the fact that we do it our way in the industry. We're not, I wouldn't say cookie cutter, but we bring in our energy and our stories to the table, which is super important. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Bro, y'all trying to make me fat. Look.
You're gonna be in all of these places within the next few months.
Right.
Within the next 2 weeks, bro.
Right.
So
we gotta find a race.
Austin is in 2 weeks. I'll be there on the 28th, and then I leave from Austin and go to Orlando. So
You get to review every vegan donut.
I'm bringing donuts back. That's what I'm saying. I'll heat them up.
He went to Michigan. He went like Ohio or nothing.
Closest one in Chicago.
Chicago. Oh, it's only 4 hours.
That's not that bad. That's not that bad.
Bro, we just got to figure out something to do there while we make it useful. But that was super, super fun. We had another topic, but that's the on relay story is too good, bro. But if you guys have any questions for me, Aaron, or Ern, let us know right now while before we wrap this thing up. I gotta say real quick, if I can shout out everybody in this, the people that keep coming every time to support and watch our show. The more you all watch and share, the more you all follow us on Instagram and share our stuff and comment and all that, it makes it easier for us to put ourselves in positions to do like New York and do Nashville, and then hopefully in 2024 and beyond we do doper things and be able to document the journey and share it, because it ain't too many. It's not too many people that look like us doing what we're doing right now. So the more we are seeing, the more hopefully other people will have these same opportunities to do stuff and document their journeys too. So thank you for y'all support. I gotta say this real quick too. Hold on. So Mark said PR Project should do the Santa Monica Pier to Las Vegas race, and that's called the Speed Project, and it is 240 miles. no specific course. It's a relay. Like, wait, what? So speed project is every year. So there's actually a speed project going on right now, I think, in or about to start in Chile.
Mm.
And I know some people, Mona, I don't know her last name. Mona's going, and there's a bunch of other people from her area that are going out there to race too. But I think that would be really dope. Like if like 5-6 of us went and did speed project in 2025, maybe.
Yeah.
Because I think it's too late for next year's race because it's in March. But that would be cool though. Like, you know, rent a van, do the thing. You know.
We need sponsors. Pull up.
Yeah, we just need a sponsor, bro.
240 miles.
240 miles, like so, like you would do like 8 miles, 10 miles, you know, like relay, like pass it off. It'll be fun. We figure it out. You know, it's like a hood to coast.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Right.
same thing, not same thing, but you know what I mean.
Allison did it. I don't know if she's still here, but she did it last year.
Yeah,
Oh,
I remember she did.
Oh, no. So, Tommy, IE next time. Major props on your sobriety post this week. A recovering addict over 2 years clean here. Congratulations. 2 years is a long time, bro. Yes. Oh, so thanks for saying that. Obviously, Ern actually was like, bro, you got to double down on your sobriety story, bro. Because like,
Yeah, man.
it's obviously like it's obviously a super important part of my story. Like it's the only part of my story that like veganism is on there too, but like that's just like a choice I made, and that just happens to be what I am at the moment. But sobriety, without sobriety, I wouldn't be here, and I'm very sure of that. And so I like thank you, Ern, for like challenge. Like you were joking the way you said it, but you were like serious and like, yo, just talk about the story. So I decided like I'm gonna lean back into it because that's really what started all this. So I can't get away from that. Like I can't get caught up in like making a fire reel about some other stuff that ain't really my thing, So I appreciate the comment and appreciate the challenge, Ern, to step that up. But yeah, also congratulations again, Rick, because that's a big deal. Big deal. Yeah,
So
for sure.
Alexis just so she said you could go to Voodoo Donuts if you do Hood to Coast. We could get Voodoo Donuts to be our
sponsor,
and we eat Voodoo Donuts as our fuel for the whole relay. Because why not?
Facts.
We can get Herm Runs to do it with us because he loves donuts on the run. I think he would do it. He would do it.
We can wear pink singlets and everything. I think we have an idea here,
bro.
Voodoo Donuts and singles go crazy.
Voodoo? No, just put Voodoo, bro. Bro.
I think we have an opportunity here.
No, I think we need to not. I think that we should be more serious about this. Like I'm like writing a note to like try to find out how to get in contact with Voodoo Donuts, bro.
Big shout out.
But why is it you can go to what's Hood to Coast? Like is it does
Hood
it
to Coast
end
in Portland, right? It started in Portland.
Oh, Mount Hood.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, I'm hitting Voodoo Donuts up like tomorrow.
Right.
Straight up. You know how many carbs?
Voodoo van? Voodoo rap on the van, bro.
Alexis just trying to go.
Alexis, you gotta come with us.
Alexis, she just trying to go, bro. Voodoo van would be crazy. Like have it kind of look like the Scooby Doo van.
Right.
They gotta look like the box of donuts. They gotta be like that pink junk.
Right.
Going crazy.
No, Rick. No, Rick, we can't.
That's a bridge a little too far.
Shout
out to Arnie too, though. Arnie said today is the last day of his 16th year of sobriety. Tomorrow, God willing, marks 17 years. Huge shout out. Huge shout out. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful story.
Man, that's so crazy, man. I mean, because honestly, dog, like at one point, bro, if you told me, I'm just trying not to exaggerate. If you told me 6 months, like, okay, or just do 6 months, I'd be like, that's not even a possibility. Like, that's crazy. Why would you? Like, but like when I walked into like the rooms and stuff like that, people would be like, they got 20 years. I'm like, that's mind blowing, bro. Like, how do you even get there? And then the answer was 1 day at a time. I'm like, oh, come on. Like, I got that. I could do 1 day.
You know what they say? What's the best way to eat 100-pound Voodoo donut? One bite at a time. You feel me?
One bite
At
at a time. Oh man, Mount Hood to the Oregon coast through Portland. Okay, so yeah, nah, that's really their backyard. So they really got to step it up.
Yeah.
She really going ham with this. It actually be a super cool documentary. Okay, all right. I will reach out to Voodoo and see what they talking about. No, if y'all think I'm playing, I'm hitting.
No,
up
I'm with it.
Voodoo.
I'm with it, bro. I'm with it.
I'm hitting them up because I like their donuts, and I will wear a pink singlet for 400 miles if I have to.
For 240 miles.
In the pink van. In the pink van, I'm with it, bro. All right, y'all. We got to get up out of here. Y'all are the best. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's over. I'm calling him right now.
We there, bro.
Hey.
We in there. We in there.
Can I speak to Mr. Voodoo, please?
1-800 Voodoo.
1-800 call Voodoo. All right. Oh my gosh. This is probably the best dumb idea that's ever come from this. So if PR Project is in a pink van, we're in pink singlets, eating donuts for 240 miles. We document the whole journey. It would be crazy.
Yeah, I think
Then they just gotta open up one in Detroit for us. That's all.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Thanks, Aaron. Thanks for joining the show.
Appreciate
Congratulations
it.
on
very, very nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
filled right in. Congratulations on the PR in New York again, and then congrats on a PR for your 400 meter and your 1200 meter race.
No clue what that is, but I'm sure it's a PR.
It was definitely a PR, bro. You was flying. All right, y'all. Peace out.